We're all told the same thing. If you want to be financially secure, you just have to work harder. It's this idea that's so deep in our culture we almost never stop to ask, what if it's just wrong?
I mean, we've all heard this a million times, right? If money's tight, the answer is always more. Put in more hours, pick up a side gig, just hustle, hustle, hustle. It sounds so straightforward, and honestly, it's the advice we've been getting since day one. But here's the million-dollar question. Does it really work? Because for a massive number of people, they're pouring in all this extra effort, and that feeling of financial stress, it just never goes away. Sometimes it actually gets worse. So what is going on here? All right, so let's start by breaking down the promise we're all sold. The formula that's supposed to be our ticket to financial freedom.
It's a super simple ladder, right? Step 1, you work your tail off. That leads to step 2, a higher income. From there, you get financial stability, and finally, security. It's laid out like this clean, simple path.
And yet, here comes the reality check. For millions of us, especially folks in that middle income range, this whole equation just completely falls apart. They are absolutely stuck on step 1, working harder than ever, but steps 3 and 4 feel like they're a million miles away. The math just isn't mathing.
Okay, to really understand why this happens, we have to look at our money in a totally new way. We have to pull apart two ideas that we usually just mush together into one.
And this right here, this is the light bulb moment that changes everything. We have to separate the amount of money we make from the quality of that money.
So, on one side, you've got your income. That's just the raw number, how much money hits your bank account. But on the other, way more important side, you have stability. And this is all about the quality of that income. How predictable is it? Can you count on it? How safe is it from shocks? These are two totally different things.
Let's make this really concrete. Let's take a pretty standard middle-class salary, $70,000 a year. Now, on paper, that looks pretty decent, right? But as you're about to see, that number by itself tells you almost nothing about how secure a person's life actually is.
Look at this. It lays it out perfectly. The person on the left, they've got a stable 70 grand from a regular salaried job. Their life has a rhythm. It's predictable. But the person on the right, they also make 70 grand, but it's volatile. It's coming from freelance work, from commissions that go up and down. They might be working way harder, but they're living with constant uncertainty. Same income, but completely different worlds.
So here's the big takeaway. Building a truly secure financial life, it's not really about how much effort you put in. It's about building the right structure around your money.
Okay, so if it is all about structure, what's breaking that structure for so many of us?
Well, it really boils down to two huge traps that have become super common in today's economy.
I want you to picture your finances getting squeezed in a vice. On one side, you have income that's jumping all over the place, and on the other side, you've got these essential costs, rent, healthcare, that only ever seem to go up. That combo is what creates that painful financial squeeze.
Now, this might sound kind of backwards, but think about it. How do people work harder? They take on overtime that isn't guaranteed, they chase sales bonuses, they do gig work. All of those things actually make your income less predictable. You end up trading stability for a paycheck that might be higher one month, but could disappear the next. And here is the other jaw of the vice. While your income is doing this wild dance, your biggest bills are rock solid. Your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, they are not flexible. They don't care if you had a slow month at work. And that mismatch is exactly where financial anxiety is born.
Now, there's one more critical piece to this whole puzzle, a resource we give away without ever realizing just how valuable it is for building real security. See, when you trade all your waking hours for just a little more work, you're giving up way more than just your free time. You lose the brain space to learn valuable new skills, to actually sit down and plan your finances, or even just to take care of your health, which is a massive financial risk in itself. You get stuck on this hamster wheel of just chasing income instead of building systems for a better life.
And that is the fundamental trap, right there in a nutshell. We're so focused on the immediate need for more cash that we sell off the one resource, our time, that we desperately need to build real, lasting stability. It's a vicious cycle that's so hard to break out of.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Working harder isn't the silver bullet we thought it was. So, what is? Let's flip this around and talk about the solution, because it points to a completely different strategy.
The road to real stability is paved with these 4 things. Number 1, making your income as predictable as you possibly can. Number 2, getting a handle on those fixed costs. 3, building buffers, like an emergency fund, so that when life happens, it doesn't knock you over. And 4, carving out the time to actually plan and build for your future.
So, did you notice what's missing from that list? The phrase work harder is nowhere to be found. The whole focus shifts from just maximizing your effort to creating a smart, robust structure. It's about working smarter, not just harder.
And this is the single most important thing I hope you take away from this. If you want to feel financially secure, your main goal shouldn't be to just grind yourself into dust. Your goal should be to minimize the financial chaos, the ups and downs in your life. That's where real security comes from.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. Just for a minute, forget about earning more money. What is one small thing you can do this week to build more structure, to make your financial life a little more predictable, a little more protected, a little more stable? The answer to that question, that's your first step on a much, much better path.
All sources and references for this video are listed in the description below. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a licensed professional for your specific situation.